All right, everybody. So remember, got that parallel pelvis, you're stacking your shoulders above your hips, you're connecting into that midline. And we're going to use this series of arm weights for Pilates today. So draw your palms uppermost as you find those L shapes, hugging the elbows into the side ribs, collarbones nice and spacious, heavy through that tailbone, spreading out through your feet. Opening and extend and pull and close. So drawing the arms open, engaging the muscles between the shoulder blades, and we're looking for that lovely alignment and control. Palms facing uppermost. Let's try not to over grip those weights. And remember to breathe. A lot of these movements are not just for maintaining quality of life as you use your daily activities, using your arms a lot, but also strengthening the back and maintaining that stable stability in your shoulder girdle. So going, approximately 10 repetitions of each of these different movements, keeping it nice and varied this morning. Okay, come round now into your cactus arms. And remember, you've got those mirrors to help you find that system where you're balanced between each side. So we've got one side dropping down, alternating your overhead press positions. So reach and pull. 3 and 4 and 5 and 8. Feel those shoulders glide down your back. And then draw in and open out, spreading. So we're going in and out. We're going to speed up just a little bit for this one. 3, 4. Try not to rock forward and back. So remember, you're maintaining that framework through the corsetry of the muscles. There's that center container, 3-dimensionally, front, back, and sides. Neutral, natural spine curves. And remember to breathe and relax those facial muscles. Quite likely I will lose count now and again. Now unlock those knees if you started to get really rigid in those legs. Release your arms down. We're going high bicep curls. So drawing up and curl, lift and lower out. We're not going to arm press back, so we're just bringing the weights to the sides of those thighs. Keep that chin level, float up, curl and open. So trying to bring the elbows in line with your shoulders. That's great, well done. And lift, curl, squeeze, open and release. Feel that you're centered through your feet. So you're not pushing into the toes, you're not leaning back into the heels. You've got your weight really centered. And even standing like this, you can feel as well just a little hug through the inner thighs. So you're drawing the leg bones into your center there. So once again, thinking about completing a set of 10. Good, okay, and then release, just a little wiggle. We're going to bend the knees, coming into our quarter tilt. So remember, as you quarter tilt, you sit back into a high bar stool. As you bend your knees, you're going to draw the arms towards the shoulders, creating that little curl, and holding the weights like candles. As you reach the arms back, you're going to rotate the wrists and press the back palms towards the sky. So thinking about that long back neck. Curl and press. You don't want to press your tail away. You don't want to really stick your bum out so you've got that valley in your back. You want to look to feel this long extended spinal column. The muscles at the front and your back and your body really secure into that Pilates method. Remember, when you squeeze here, you want to feel those biceps engage. And then as you reach back, the triceps start to activate. Okay, let's go for a pulsing action now. So 10, 9, small micro moves. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then sit further back into your chair position. And then rise up and releve, arms press back. So we're going to sit back into chair. Arms reach forward, rise up, releve. Exhale to rise, inhale to lower. Releve is also known as sliding up a wall. And of course, the leg muscles really activate well, as do the gluteals. So as you exhale to rise, really hugging in, occasionally finding that moment to pause. And then walk it out. Shake out your legs. As you come back to stand, we're going to enter the V stance. So you're going to bring your heels together, turn your feet out, realign that pelvis, and draw your weights to the midline, which is hug a tree, and then open out. Exhale, hug that tree, opening out. Into hug. Lovely spacious chest as you reach your arms out wide. And there are little pauses, especially here as you add in that pause. Feel the muscles strengthen between your shoulder blades. Remember, you're also hugging those inside thighs. And then release. That pelvis is nice and level. Spread those toes away. Lift your toes and spread them. And then take the arms out with a mini plie and release. Squeeze the thighs together. Floating out. Inhale here. Exhale to draw back. The legs come together. And you're sensing a connection between the trunk and the legs, the feet and the pelvis aligning that spine. So it's quite a high sit. No, because if you go too low, you're going to tip that body forward and stick the bum back, and it isn't that. So finding these precise aligned actions. And then extend one arm overhead and coming into side reach, just with that V position. As you come into your side reach, float and extend your other arm away. Connect to that midline, try not to spiral that pelvis. Pull yourself back to standing through the connection to your core muscles. Right arm or other arm extends overhead. Center your body, sliding into your Pilates side reach. Hug those thighs, tailbone lengthening down, reaching the other arm away. Be able to breathe. Hold steady, one breath cycle perhaps, and release back to center. And then shake out the legs. We're going to bring the weights to your midline now. So trying that single knee fold balance. So energy through perhaps this right leg, floating the left knee, and then turning to the left. Hold steady, release, restand, and just shake out your legs. Centered body, pouring weight down through your left leg. You might want to find just a little bit of a knee bend, soften the knee, floating the right knee, floating the right foot away, shoulders draw down the back, and then turning to the right, pausing, breathing, centering, releasing. Now you can find those actions the same way in a slow, controlled, moderate pace, or you can, depending on your felt sense of it this morning, you can move faster. But we're alternating. Breathing. Lift and turn, center. Lift and turn. Some of them will be a little bit wobbly, I'm sure. Same as me, but it's a practice. That's what you're thinking about. Can you be in a place where you focus, where you stay with that breath, and then now and again you want to pause, maybe realize where you can sustain a little bit of extra time in that single leg balance. Okay, well done everyone. All right, we're going to take the feet out wide now. So this is for our Pilates plie. So you're stepping your feet more, of course, than mat wide, and you're turning your feet out. Aligning with your heels. We're going to do a rowing action for this one. So we're going to inhale and float the arms forward as you sit into your wide plie, open out through the thighs. You can even take your arms overhead if you wish. And then as you exhale, you're going to come back to center and row the arms back, pull the elbows in. So there's a moderate action here, breathing in, exhale and row it back. And there's a secondary action, which might be that you come up and pull back. And, you know, there's something in between as well, where perhaps the weights come to the alignment of your eyes. So you can mix it up. Inhale, exhale, squeeze and row. And you can practice sitting quite tall. And you might be feeling happy to also sit deeper and lower. Yeah, so again, you can mix that up according to you. Okay, we're going to do 5 more from here. Really press those thighs outwards. On your exhalation, think about lifting the bones from the engaged gluteal muscles. Now I said 5, and I must admit, probably already lost count. Good job, okay. Coming to the center, holding weights in the center, or you can just place your weights kind of onto the hips and pelvis. And then we're going to pulse. So pulsing from the muscles of the hips and the buttocks. Remember, this is not a bouncing off of those knees. Okay, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold position. Adding in a side bend each side. And then another 10 pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release to stand, pull up. Take a breath. You might have to adjust the width of the legs. Lift each heel away, balancing on the balls of the feet. And then hold steady, taking those arms out wide. Restand, plant the feet, take a breath. Inhale, lift arms, lift your heels. Exhale, stand. Arms wide, lift heels, release. Inhale, exhale. Something about lifting those heels, isn't there? It just really adds to the strength of those muscles. And of course, you are strengthening your foot bones. Just 2 more. And release. Shake it out. Still carry those weights. We're going to go to the back of the practice mat now. And finding your standing forward fold or choosing your Pilates roll down this morning by aligning your feet parallel and hip wide, softening those knees, taking the chin to the chest and hollowing that belly. Now halfway into your fold, feel the spine rounding, tailbone drawing under, you've got that pelvic curl, and then just gently or strongly allow yourself to fold all the way in, fingertips by the toes. Shake out the head and neck. What does your spine feel like this morning? What does your back feel like? How are the backs of the legs? Sometimes there's quite a lot of tension, isn't there, in the hamstrings. Might want to give those back thighs a little bit of a rub. Pedaling the legs is also a good option. And then walking into plank. Tuck the toes. Find that perfect alignment with your shoulders stacked over those ribs, long arm bones. You're going to hug those inside thighs together. Take a breath. And then spread the feet so that they are mat wide and tap the shoulder. So left palm taps the right shoulder. You're trying not to twist. So you're trying to keep your body aligned. The chest is parallel to the earth. And then tap. Left shoulder, right shoulder. Opposite hand taps. Keep the legs firm. Keep your torso firm. You might go for 8 or 10 taps. You're going to feel those core muscles really fire up around that trunk. And then release your knees. Come up into high kneeling. Take no weight, so spread out your thumbs from your fingers and reach the arms back. We're going to do a rapid arm press back again here. So we're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull your arms back into shoulder extension and then arm circles behind your body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then reverse direction. So eyes to the horizon, keep looking forward, crown is lengthening away from that tail. Even though you're in high kneeling, you've got those natural spine curves. Okay, well done everyone. Take a reach, extend the fingers forward, buttocks towards the feet, lovely shell stretch. Extend out and re-find your all fours now. Re-find that position where your palms are really actively spreading underneath your shoulders. drawing the left knee, hip, thigh away. So finding that your pelvis is fully aligned and level. Flex into your left heel foot. And you're going to push the leg up to the sky for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. You want to avoid buckling into that right arm. So the shoulders draw back. You've got that sense of fruit, hugging some fruit under your armpit. And you're not leaning to one side and rotating those hips. Now, after these micro pulsed moves of 12 actions here, you're going to bring the knee in and then push the leg out straight. The knee folds in and press. And we're going to go for 10. And 9. 8. 7. And this is all for maintaining strength and purpose in the gluteal muscles, in those lower structures to support your back. So you don't want to push that leg too far towards the sky. As you press the heel away, it reaches out of your sit bone and the knee just folds relaxedly in. All right. Send your elbows to the mat. Allow a pelvic circle. And then we're going to find those actions on the second side. So remember, your knees are below your hips. You're forming this tabletop back. So there's no tilt and no tuck in that pelvis. And it's always worth creating a tilt and tuck actually, just so that you can realign. And then as you lift your right hip thigh towards the sky, flex into the back foot as if you've got a big heavy book landed on your foot. Maybe you're looking to the top of the mat and your controlled movements, pressing that leg up to sky. It's engaging from the buttocks, but you will feel the hamstrings engage as well. So this is the thing, we do need to have that length in our muscles, but also we're promoting the strength. So no rolling of the hips, promoting that action between the chest. You can press the heels of the hands in a little bit more and even feel like you're drawing the heels of the hands towards that left knee. After your set of 10 or 12, softly the knee comes in and down. You might feel like you want to drop the knee down. Can you keep it hovering? And then push that strong leg away, keeping that active foot. You feel those shoulder blades really beautifully broad and wide on your back. Focus on your breathing. Relax your face. And then maybe you hold that leg out just once more. And then relax in, open your knees. And stir your pelvis and your body. Have some kind of body circles here. You might want to ripple those ribs up and down. Nice, okay. And then come around to sitting. So clean sitting onto your sit bones. And we're going to bend those knees. Draw the legs towards that midline. So kiss the knees together. Sitting tall and float the arms forward. So coming into a seated rotation. So the crown lengthens out of the tailbone. So think of that lifting thread through the spine. Squeeze those knees together. Your feet can be up or down, of course. And then open out wide to your left. Follow the gaze towards that left thumb. Sit tall. Exhale back. Find your breath. We're going to go to that same side, breathing into the left Look over your left shoulder, spread the arms out wide. Pause, exhale back. Last one. Inhaling open. Now this time take the right arm across your legs, across that left thigh. Reach the left fingers behind you and just secure your rotation. So encouraging that thoracic spine to turn a little more. Look over that shoulder if you wish, or gaze down to the practice mat. And release, let your legs just fan open a little bit. Chin draws in if you want to. You can always let yourself just have a relaxing fold forward, softening your spine. Exhale. But that's a choice, and you might prefer just to be upright sitting, just practicing your postural control, sitting, of course, on the mat, not on a chair, which means you have to use these postural muscles that you're practicing in your Pilates. Float your arms forward, shoulders are down. Hug the muscles into the bones, so not bent elbows, really extended arms. Spiral out to your right. Spreading the arms, returning. So this is Pilates arm opening. Lots of ways that we use this one. So on your third movement, reach the left arm to draw across your leg bones. Fingertips or palm of the right palm come behind you. Encourage your spine to sit tall. Sometimes it's sort of easy here to like lean back and start to tuck the tail and collapse. That is not correct. You want to be really focusing on lifting the waist out of the pelvis and finding that clean rotation and being able to breathe. And then release back to center. Take your hands underneath your thighs, and as you pelvic curl, really scooping, hollowing that belly, rounding, and drawing back to where your arms are long. So that's kind of different for all of us. Hugging onto those thighs, creating that scoop. You're going to take the arms apart, opening, closing, slow, controlled, and then rising. Okay, so holding onto the backs of the thighs or pressing the hands into the sides of the legs. Breathe in to lengthen. Exhale. Curl the tail under. Engage and activate, if you can, those buttock muscles as they scoop underneath you. Roll back. This is our seated C-shape curl down. Float the arms. Inhale, open the arms. And then we're going to control that release as you exhale, sitting back tall. Okay, hands down the back of the thighs. Breathe in. Exhale, scoop into your C-shaped curve. Breathe in. The arms come out and open. And then we're going to exhale, draw back, scoop, squeeze, and close back to sit. Last one here, hands under thighs, or if you want to go lower, just float the arms in front of you, curl in and down, but keep the length. Open the arms. And then as you draw the arms back to center, continue your slow, moderate, or controlled release to mat. And once you're on that mat, lay the shoulders out. Let the back release, bring the knees into the chest. And then you're going to align the knees above those hips. Draw the inner thighs together. And lay your arms out wide. You've still got those weights nearby if you want them. We're going to use Pilates hip roll. So shoulders are down, chest is open. Rolling your legs to the right. Engage that exhalation. And find the breath. Keep breathing as you draw those legs back to center. And this is all about the oblique muscles that are wrapping around your waist. Legs rolling to the left. I would advise you just keep the face glancing up to the sky. And where is that challenge point? Where is that point where you hover those legs and you can feel all of those center muscles connecting? So the core is connecting all the time. There is no bracing. There should be no actual gripping. That's why, for me, it just feels like those muscles interiorly, they are wrapping around your spine. Nice. Okay. And then place your feet down and just roll your legs left and right. So notice the difference between your floor twists. You might still feel those abdominals lightly activated and fired, but when your feet are down and you're just rolling like this, it's more of a movement of twisting. The pelvis is creating a movement through your ribs, and it's usually really a soothing and nurturing practice for everybody. All right, we're floating the knees back above the hips, and as you lift the head, neck, and chest, have a look, heavy through the base, heavy through that pelvis, and find that you are level from the left hip to the right hip. We might also consider picking up those weights. So bring your arms towards the sky, squeeze those inner thighs together, hug the buttocks as well. Exhale as you curl up, long arms reach forward, legs reach away at a 45 angle. And breathing in, knees above the hips, arms at the level of the eyes or at the level of the shoulders. Exhale, upper body curl up and reach those legs away. Inhale to lower, exhale. You want to focus on your breathing and coordination here. You can even take those arms all the way down to the mat. And it is kind of a preparation for a very advanced Pilates move called the teaser, which brings you to a sitting balance. Last one. And then release those weights. Cradle your head, lace the hands lightly together. Let the weight of the head rest into those interlaced palms. And then reach the left heel away and the heel kisses the mat and you pull back. This is our heel taps. Heel kisses back, the movement coming from your hips, pull back to center. Now, all of these Pilates moves can also be done with a single leg. So if you need to put one foot down, just practice through a single leg. That is absolutely fine. Alternating is obviously a little bit more intermediate if you want to label it. You want to keep from rocking, no rocking on that pelvis. Letting those heels travel away. They might have to dip down a little closer to your sit bones and stay controlled through the activation of your abdominals. If the leg moves further away, obviously that might feel a little bit more challenging, especially for those lowest abdominals. Okay, curl a little higher now. Reach your right leg away, press out through the heel, draw back. Reach the left leg away, single leg extend, draw back. Maybe take the glance up towards the sky. Some people say that if you press the tip of your tongue behind the two front teeth, it can help alleviate tension in your neck or your throat. So you might want to try that. Meanwhile, pushing that heel away, up and out in a 45 angle. And then release your head, release your arms, maybe roll the head side to side. Reach your legs higher, if that's possible for you. You could even come into Pilates V stance in the sky. If the legs enable that elongation of the legs, heels together, ankles together, V stance, or feet together, soft knees. We're going to double leg lower, few centimeters or I don't know, 5 to 10 centimeters, and pull those legs back to center. So the counterweight is the weight of your head from those heavy legs. If your knees are together and your feet together, it has to be like a little drop. Put the hands around the lower abdominals and the waist, or around the center of your belly, and make sure that those muscles are supporting the legs. So this is the legs being controlled. The shoulder blades are down. Exhaling as those legs move away from you. Inhaling to draw them back. Exhaling, they move away. Inhaling to draw back. And you want to avoid, really avoid that belly dome that can come if you've overdone the lowering of the legs. And it can be unsafe for your spine. So make sure that that isn't you. Make sure that you find that set point. So you're actively in your spinal neutral, your pelvis neutral. All right, and then hug those knees into the chest, draw a pelvic circle. And then we're going to place, I want you to place your feet strongly into the earth, so pressing all four corners of the feet. You're going to go back into something strong for the glutes. You're going to float your right knee above the hip, press into your left foot, and lift up into your shoulder bridge. So use the backs of the arms, anchor through the backs of the arms, hold steady for one breath cycle, and then can you stir a little circle in your right hip? Maybe just twice in one direction, twice in the other. So see if you can control that movement in your shoulder bridge. But you can also use this with your body resting on the earth, of course. It's like you've got a hot cup of tea on that left knee. Okay, peel your spine down, press in through the right foot, float the left knee above the hip, point or flex your left foot, hug in, curl that pelvis, press through the backs of the arms, and important to find that the hips rise in a level action. Hold steady. And then tiny controlled hip circle in your left leg. 2 or 3, small, slow, and controlled. Really great for the focus. And then maybe you lift again, hold steady in your single leg bridge, and then peel that spine down, releasing sequentially. Allow a full body stretch, so lengthen your legs away, reach your arms overhead. Lovely breath to extend, pull the ribs away. And then you might want to collect your weights again. Heavy through the feet, legs and heels. Aligned, so hip wide. Lift your head, neck and chest. Activate your middle abdominals and the upper and of course the lower. And then reach up to sit. And then sweep the legs round. We're going to come on to high kneeling and just finish with our lovely single moderated side plank. So take your left leg out to the side, take your right fingers out at the diagonal and lengthen your left arm up and then float the leg away. Into your second side, high kneeling, extend your right leg away, reach out through your left fingers or palms, float and extend and reach the right leg away. Maybe that right arm comes up to sky. Think about centering, strong through those bones. As you come back to high kneeling, maybe step the right or left foot forward, tuck the toes, rise up to stand. And when you come to standing, we're just going to have the arms just resting beside the body and moving into a rapid rotation to finish. So you keep the pelvis and the head facing forward. We're going to spiral off, but rapidly. Big circle. Bring your hands into the center as you greet your day ahead. And of course, I hope you have a really lovely day. I'm just going to stop this recording now.